Good morning. It's Monday morning. It's Oscar with His and Hers Photo, of course, and I'm sitting here editing some of the images from over the weekend. And I wanted to touch base with y'all about some of our specialty images and what we consider editing and what we don't. Now, we consider ourselves photographers, not digital artists, right? Meaning that we do everything in camera. We are using Photoshop and Lightroom to crop, color balance, straighten, lens correction, finishing it off, bringing all the pop back to a raw image. A lot of people don't even realize that whenever a photographer photographs in raw, a lot of the it records all of the color, and so you don't get back a polished image like you do with most of your cameras out there that are set to JPEG. Those are coming out already polished, already finished, but with no latitudinal adjustment at all. You can't fix anything really. If you mess up and you blow the sky or blow some skin tones, you're kind of stuck with that, which is one of the reasons that amongst a lot that photographers use RAW. It gives the ability to fix an oh shit situation, which does happen from time to time, and that's what it's for. We don't consider our photography to be digital art, meaning that we're creating in the camera. We're creating with our studio lights, with our strobes, with available light mixed in, with the sunset, whatever. But we're making the effects happen in camera. We're not adding in fake skies or skies from that should have been there from that time of year, another date, or anything like that. We're actually doing it in camera. So I see a lot of photographers out there posting videos of how great their editing is, whenever, in my opinion, it's just masking them either, not doing the work in camera because they're lazy in camera, lack the ability, consider themselves digital artists instead of photographers. But with the background that me and the wife Christy have, we do consider ourselves photographers, and we create in camera. There's not a wrong or a right way. There's just people's opinions, and maybe comfort in professionalism. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it matters to clients or not. If they, are expecting someone to do it in camera, if they even know what that means, or if it's okay with them that everything is being done on a computer. I mean, I like the idea of I like the idea of just doing it myself. So I want to stop in here for a second and kind of give you a great example of something we did. I think it was 2 weekends ago, not this past weekend, but the weekend before, and just give you a little bit of a glimpse, inside of what we do and what we consider editing. So let me share screens and we'll get on with it. Okay. So here we go. We're in Photoshop, CS Creative Cloud, and this was a great image at the end of the ceremony, between the ceremony and the reception. We were down at the Sacred Heart in Galveston, and the beach was a special thing to them. They wanted to shoot over to the beach and get some photos really quick. And so you take advantage of every second that you have, from walking down the seawall, walking down the stairs, walking across the beach to the jetty, and along the way, so that you're not wasting time. And so this is a prime example of a starting image. This is out of Lightroom. It's been exported, next to no adjustments, right? This is pretty much how it was shot in camera. It needs to be cleaned up a little bit. And my nice wife there crossing the beach in her dress, holding a light, is most likely going to have to be removed. We'll post this image on social just to show the hard work of an assistant and a second shooter. That's what we're going to be doing. I'll end up keeping a version of this, but for now, we're going to clean it up. And, a lot of people do understand that we're dealing with computers, and some things are really easy and a lot easier than they used to be, which is true. Now, again, does it mean that just because we know how to do it and we can do it fast, that makes it worth more money, less money? That's a personal choice, right? We can get this stuff done. We can get the stuff done pretty quick. We're pretty good at delivering weddings pretty rapidly, but certain things do have to be taken care of in the mix, like getting rid of your assistant at the time. And yeah, you can see how you end up with a little bit of a jagged, horizon line, which doesn't really happen. And the beach has to kind of get smoothed out a little bit too. And then boom, you don't even know that she was ever there. There might need to be a little bit more of an adjustment back there on the horizon line, but that's really a fine tune, just a mix up. And I can actually go ahead and just come over here, and I think what that is actually is an oil tanker out there. But I'll just bring the horizon down like that. Okay, and that's pretty much it. We can do the same thing down here just to kind of soften up the line right there. And then from there, it's really just a preference. Is it done? It could be, right? That could be done. I like to go in and pop out some of the blue trash cans that are really available. Some people, let's get rid of the people. We can do that too, right? It's really easy. It's done, and that's it. I mean, there's a kite in the sky. All right, look, there's nobody attached to the kite. There's not a person there anymore. So maybe we get rid of the kite. And that's what we do. I mean, the image is done. It's beautiful. It's ready to go. It almost even looks like natural light, right? I mean, it almost looks like the natural light is showing, but it's really the studio light that's popping in. And that's what we do whenever we're doing our specialty night shots. Anything with a crazy sunset, anything that's super dynamic like that, the veil flowing in, even with the veil flowing in the wind, that's Christy jumping out of the way. Very rarely am I having to edit out like an arm or a hand. If she's not around, then I might have to edit out your best friend or your mom doing it for me. It's quite interesting and fun, those shoots. And I always like to grab some of those and leave them in there so you have that memory of the loved one jumping out. But that's what we're doing. Once we have everything color balanced, straight, and looking the way we need to look, which is pretty much the same every time, that's the kind of stuff I'm removing. Just stuff that the Christy need to be removed. Did the trash cans? That's subjective. But I can tell you one thing, it's a beautiful image. And it's exciting to be photographing that and realizing that, man, all you're gonna have to do is go in there, pull out the assistant, the light, however you want to call it, and call it done once you are done with the basic editing. Now, if you are looking at this, then you should realize that if I'm in Photoshop and I'm taking out things, we're getting close to delivering your wedding. That fast, right? That fast. Has it even been a week yet? Just over, right? It's been 7-8 days. It might still be till the end of the week. I don't know. There's a lot going on in spring break. I have to get through and take out more trash cans and more lights and things like that. But whenever it's done and everything's finalized, you'll get the message. I'm not going to say your names right now. You'll get the message. It was a fantastic evening. I had to borrow your image because it was just perfect. Because the only thing I had to fix was just taking Christy out. And that's what it's all about for us. Photographing things, making them look the way they looked when it happened. Yeah, that's it, guys. That's what we do. That's our editing style. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Of course, there's a lot more that goes into other things, but some of our specialty shots that we like to post, people like to point out that they spend a lot of time editing to do that kind of stuff. That's great. That's great. I like to point out that's just how we shoot. Y'all have a great day. Enjoy spring break. What is it? Golf, tennis, or whatever makes you happy. This is Oscar, His and Hers Photo. Y'all have a good one.